Hello my darlings. So I wanted to come on here and share with you my latest purchase, and actually this is my first purchase of the year. I'm trying to do a low buy on buying tarot and oracle decks, just so I can actually concentrate on the ones that I hardly work with. So I've put aside the decks that are my favourites and most used, and working with the ones that I hardly pick up or have never really thought about at all. I've recently been moving things around, and my sister bought me a cabinet, so I've been adding all my decks into there, and that is the reason for this, because I found all these decks that I didn't even know or I didn't remember I owned, and I've limited myself to buying 12 decks this year. And another reason for this low buy is so I can actually concentrate more on studying tarot, especially the court cards and minor arcana. I'm not that well known for those two sections, so I want to learn more about them. And if I carry on buying decks, then I feel like I'm going to be getting too distracted to actually study, and not enough time to work on the decks that I already own that I don't connect with, and also not enough time to study. So it's given me a good chance to look at everything this year and see what I want to keep and see what I want to give away and all of that, and enough time to learn more about tarot, which I'm actually really dedicated doing this year. So this is my first purchase of the year, and it's 3 months in, so that is pretty good. And I have backed another deck on Kickstarter, so that is my second deck of the year. So I've got 10 decks left to buy, but I think I'm gonna do really well. It's actually really interested in doing this because it's given me a chance as well to see if I actually do want to buy this deck or that deck, and what deck is actually calling to me more, and what one was it just not a phase, but because everybody was hyping up about it, am I really wanting to buy it? So it gives me a chance to actually work out what I do want to buy at this time and what I don't. So yeah, this is about Journey to the Heart Oracle. I once saw Avalon doing this unboxing, and it has been on my wish list, and lately it has been on my mind a lot, so I thought I'd go ahead and buy it, and I feel like it's going to be a good pairing for the Mystic Fairy Tarot. They both have that playful and cheeky energy going about, but also an innocence about them, so I feel like they are going to be a beautiful pairing. The deck is by Lorna Jane, and all the information will be in the description box below, so you can go and find her and learn more about this deck. Along with the deck, she sent these two prints, and they are beautiful, and I think they are 2 art cards from the actual deck as well, so I'll have to find somewhere for them to go. And it also comes in this tin, so this is my first tinned deck as well. The deck comes with this booklet as well. Well, I say booklet, it's more like a leaflet. So it's got a little bit about the deck, and then it's got a few words for the meaning of each card, and it is a 36 card deck. There is nothing else on the back, so if you wanted to do any notes you could do as well. But yeah, this is I realised the deck was about bringing together the elements of the English plants, the Australian plants, the fairies and nature. I then intuitively matched my bush flower fairies up with English plants. And there is a bit more about the deck there, but that is what it is about. And here are the back of the cards. They are about a playing card size, if not a little bit smaller. And the cardstock is not that bad either. They are that little bit glossy, and I have noticed that they do slide a little bit on top of each other. But here, I'm not going to be showing you all of the cards, at least I don't think anyways. And I'll zoom you in. So we have protection, and I will admit it is a little bit difficult for me to read what the word says, but after a while my eyes adjust to that. It's just the way I am, but you might not find that difficult at all. And this art style is something that I've never really been drawn to. I have seen a few decks like this. So again, this is the first deck that I have in this art style, and I'm actually really warming up to it, and it's really nice to look at. We have trust, new ideas. This is one of my favourite cards. Excuse me. Expansion. Resilience. Dreaming. And I know you can't see me, but every time I'm looking at the card I'm sort of going to the side to actually see what it sees, to make sure I'm going to be seeing the right word. But that is just me, and yeah, I really do enjoy this deck already. It's just a little bit quirky and different and enjoyable about it. Friendship. Action. This is another favourite. Growth. Bravery. Happiness. Beauty. Comfort. transform. So this is actually one of the prints that she sent along. Harmony. Now this is a little bit creepy. My husband, when he saw this card, he wasn't too sure about it, just because the way the eyes are, but I love it. It is different and it's just right up my alley. Pure delight. We got Rebirth. Ooh, this is a long one. Purification, I believe. I'll bring it up. It can be a little bit tricky, like I said, because the word is like a little bit all over the place, but also if the card is that little bit too dark, you might not be able to see what one of the letters is or what the word is. But obviously, as you get used to this deck, you will start to learn what each card is. Forgive. Surrender. Resolution. I don't know if I chose the right cloth for this deck, so I apologise if it is a little bit difficult for you to see, because it can kind of emerge in with the deck. Letting go. And this is the other art card. It is Strength. So, oh, do I? I've only got a few cards. Nope. Yep. Yeah. Love. Luck. Healing. Wisdom. This is so adorable. Hope. Knowledge. Sorry. Inner child. Those eyes. Wishes. Humility. Nurture. Envision. This is also another of my favourites. So that is the entire deck, which I've never actually done on this channel before. I'm going to give them a little bit of a shuffle. I don't do rifle shuffling because my hands don't allow me to. I'm bad at it and I don't really feel this deck wants me to rifle shuffle. And then I'll see what the card says in that book leaflet. Whoop. We got trust. So I will find it. They are not obviously numbered, but I believe they are in alphabetical order on the leaflet. So that was trust. Dun 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 dun. Trust is a mix of scarlet feather flower and deadly nightshade. The sweetness of the scarlet feather flower tempers the deadly nightshade. But you do need to trust that this is possible. Things will get better. Just making sure I read the right one. That was a bad reading. I'm sorry the way I say that. But trust. Trust in how things are going. Things may not be going how you wish it to. If you're like me, you like things in a certain order and it may not be going that way, the way you want it to. So you need to have trust in those around you and in fate or the gods or your guides to know that they know what is best for you. Trust in yourself as well. So yeah, I've never actually done a reading on here either. So I'm getting a lot of firsts with this deck. But yeah, this deck feels absolutely beautiful. Like I said at the beginning, it's got very cheeky innocence, childlike energy to it. It's just a mixture of beautiful innocence and everything like that, and I love it. I love the feel of it. I love the energies that it's given me. I love that I was able to read it intuitively just like that. It can take me a long time to read because I don't trust I don't trust my intuition enough. I don't trust myself to do a reading like that and to let myself go into it. So yeah, I'm so pleased with this deck and I hope you enjoyed this video and take the message as it is, and I will speak to you all later. Bye.